What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. YuYu Hakusho episode 2. This should be Patreon. Same thing we did for JoJo's. We're going to get a good 5, 6, 7 to 10 episodes up before we put it back in on YouTube. So hopefully if you're here for that, appreciate you supporting. Also, this is dubbed. We messed up already on episode 1. We went with the subbed, but you guys told me do the dub, so we're going to do the dub. We'll kind of see. I have exposure to the first episode in subtitles with those voice actors. Some of them are recognizable from other animes and things like that. So at least I'll have a little bit to compare to, kind of like right off the rip of what might be better, but we got to give it time, let it marinate. But we'll be doing dubbed from like here the rest of the way, unless it's just like a crazy uproar that we should switch back, but we're gonna go with that. We've already got some supernatural. I mean, he's going to the world beyond, and she's quote unquote, I don't know, bringer of death, or I don't know, a lot of specifics going on with that. And then kind of the questions that I had of like, okay, so he's gonna go through these trials to like get his life back, or his like actual body, right? Does he then go forward as like a regular human that knows that like there is an afterlife and there's these things called trials and you can do these things and you could quote unquote get your life back and all? Or does his memory get wiped? Because that'd be weird if like he just goes forward with all that knowledge, but as a regular human it'd be kind of hard to live like that, I would think, mentally. And a ton of other questions that go into like, okay, there seems to be like stories that are written for people, like your fate has been written but it can be changed, so it's not absolute. I guess you do get a choice when I guess your time is up to die, if like, again, it's not like natural causes or something, but like that kid was supposed to die and somebody intervened. Like he wasn't supposed to die here, but he did. So maybe destiny isn't written in stone. There's just an overview of how things are going to go, but when it comes push to shove, it looks like you can still decide that. So that's an interesting way of, if we're like talking about it in that way. So we'll see. Let's just go ahead and get on it. Let's see what we got. The spirit world. King Yama. Send you to oblivion forever. Reminds me when like Goku's on the snake trail. It's just like, what the hell? Like, is this allowed? Should a human be allowed to see this? Like I said in episode 1, I love their color scheme that they got going on for these two characters specifically. Her like pink on light blue on purple, and his like all green suit is pretty great. Well, here we are. His voice actor in the English dubbed, he does come off more kind of like teen kiddie type thing. In his Japanese voice actor is more kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't come off as like kiddie. He seems kind of like more of like nonchalant, like asshole with the Japanese voice actor. Uh-oh. Guys. This reminds me of the SpongeBob inside his head, running around. God, it reminds me of early Dragon Ball so much. Berserk didn't give me that feeling, the 1997 adaptation, but this does. So much. Which one of these came out first, too, by the way? Because, like, it reminds me of, like, Goku, but Goku walks up to that massive, like, desk that, like, you have to look up to see the person sitting over it and shit. How's he speaking through the binky? Yeah, am I supposed to be taking him serious? That's what I said. Kid looks like a baby. Good lord. I'm okay. The secrets of the universe, he says. How are you speaking to that binky, bro? I was about to say, is it an egg? Does everybody have like a... Does everybody have one of those? Every single human has a ordeal with their name on it. Reminds me of like Harry Potter, where everybody has like a fortune. Oh, that seems can't take this kid serious with that grown-ass voice. Spirit beast, huh? Well, I didn't come all this way to not try it, so I guess I'll take it. Oh shit. He has to keep his physical body from being like fully dismembered. He's like actually just out here flying and shit. Yeah, what the hell? As I was saying, how are you gonna get anybody to like know? At night? It's that easy? You're literally just like walking in there. Don't do it to your mom. Oh god. She's a wreck. You didn't even like us, by the way. You told us we could move out. The girl, I would assume. I'm trying to get a little more backstory on his mom. So there's literally like nothing to it. It's not like you got to do something secret to her, or like this is how you communicate with them, but it's only for like an allotted amount of time. It's literally just like, hey, talk to them whenever you want. They're just probably more accepting of it at nighttime because they might think they're dreaming or it's a ghost. It's pretty wild. What? It was pretty straightforward, huh? She's crying, breaking out in a sweat and shit. I don't think it's working. Where's our girl at? Like, can we get any more instruction? Okay. I guess it's that easy. So is it actually only communicates through the dreams? Because she said at night, you know, the humans are a little bit more accepting. But if push comes to shove, could he communicate with her in a regular, like just like right now, like where she's walking around during the day and shit, or what? How is she gonna convince this mother to like not? I don't think she's mentally in a place at all. Hmm. This is okay. Maybe it won't be so bad. I was about to say, guys. Can he not just walk in there in front of him and like reveal himself as a ghost? Is that allowed or a thing? I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. Girl, we need quicker. Which is? The final method is? Eh? Eh? Is he really him? Has he always been like on this Has he always been on this Esper level or what? Can he see us? What? So we have to possess him, then go find the girl. Are we in full control of the body, or like are we just like trying to influence him to do things, like having a mental talk with him while we're in there? Okay, I was just about to say, why would she only make it an hour? So are we both in there mentally, or just Yusuke? Okay, it looks like we're in full 100% control. Like, is his consciousness even aware of what's happening to him, or what? Well, get to running. And he somehow got to convince... Bro, where... Oh, God.
He was killed in an accident this week. How could you be so cruel? We were close family friends with that boy, and your joke's not appreciated. Coming here to harass our...
This is a terrible start.
I tolerate a lot of crud in my life, but bad manners is not on the list. Allow me to show you...
Man climbed up over the counter. This seems like a mess.
That could have been better. We should have special passwords for times like this. Man, only 45 minutes.
Oh god. I mean, clearly it's going to happen. But my god, this seems... I don't know, the girl that's like...
Well, if it isn't Kuwabara from Sariaski Jr.
Oh no.
I know what it looks like, but I'm telling you, I'm not Kuwabara. No? I remember that face and I owe it some bruises. Fine, just wait till after sunset. You can hit me all you like. Sorry, but I don't take requests. Oh, then take this.
Let's say we do not have all day for this.
Try that with me.
He said, why don't you try that with me? Let's not get knocked out of there.
Okay, now I missed.
We just burned another 15 minutes.
Man, that hurt. I didn't think anyone could throw punches that hardcore besides Yusuke Urameshi.
Yusuke just out here beating the whole town up, huh? Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We've got like... Oh my god. Man's getting jumped just like JoJo was in episode 2. And the girl is giving like no help, by the way. She can't like influence these guys to like, I don't know, not be doing this. There she is. Never mind. He needs to come up with a softer approach too, by the way.
Only 10 minutes till I'm booted out. I'm never gonna find Keiko now.
She better be right there or we're done.
Keiko.
Speak? Hello?
Pull it together, Yusuke. You found her, but now you've got to convince her quick that you're not just some ugly weird guy with bruises on his face. No time, no time. Okay, I've known her all my life.
Just say something only y'all would know.
Point is that only I would.
Yes, correct. Quickly, before she just like pepper sprays you or some shit. You're awkwardly... Can't believe that's actually gonna work, by the way. Jesus Christ. My God. God, this is going over well.
I borrowed somebody's body, but only for an hour. I know this is weird, but you have to believe.
Whether or not I believe isn't the question. I knew it was you from the first time you spoke.
I thought she was gonna say from the first time you squeezed. Okay, thankfully she said spoke.
Gags are how you laugh.
Oh God.
There's ways you move and speak that in 100 years I wouldn't forget.
Bro, just come back and date and marry her and live on with your life. What are we doing here, man? Quit trying to get kicked out and go to alternative school and shit. Spit it out.
I'll say this as straight as I can. I'm taking this test to get back, and I'm trying hard not to fail. So just trust me and take care of my body until then. And tell my mom she's got to stop the funeral.
Good luck.
I know I've been a bum to you at times, but please.
A bum? You've been sexually harassing her for years.
Wherever you
No, it's gonna be real weird when Homeboy kicks back in. This is awkward. Awkward. Man can't catch a break. Oh god, she's in straight uniform.
He might be coming back.
He already has.
Eh?
I opened up his coffin again because, well, I was going to smack him one more time for leaving me, but then I saw Yusuke's cheeks have some color. His skin is slightly warm.
Did she just say I was going to open his casket one more time to smack him? Good god. This is very, like, I know it's probably not meant to come off that way, but it's very, like, creepily morbid a little bit here. When do we crack this egg open? Oh, and that was the other question. So, like, do we all... Is that the power system? Like, these spirit beast? Or that's just what they use to, like, bring people back or choose not to bring them back? Is that it? Alright, that ends up being the episode. Wasn't half bad. Yeah, it was just wild to hear... Like, you gotta save my body. The mom's like, I'm gonna take this. She said, I opened that casket to give it to him one more time. And it's interesting that they had the mom be so accepting of it. Because, I mean, you know how they, and you see it in different illustrations all the time where, maybe not stories specifically like this, but like, oh, he's not dead. He's not dead. Trust me, he's not dead. I know he's not dead. And the mourning parent or sibling or loved one thinks you're crazy and wants to do away with the body and give them the proper respect and everything, and like they just never accept it. I was surprised how openly the mom was with that. Granted, she did say, you know, I feel a heartbeat and there's some color in his cheeks. It's a very weird, morbid thing they got going on here. But we'll see. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, the English, I do really like. What was her name? Keiko. I think she's got a great English voice actor. The other girl does as well. Yusuke's gonna take some getting used to because it's just wild because I only watch animes and subbed, right? I think the only one we've done dubbed. Well, I guess there's been a couple. Death Note and the Berserk 97, right? I don't know how it is for other shows, but just in the first impression of, like, I watched episode 1 in the subbed, I watched episode 2 in the dubbed. It can change the way you look and feel about a character, I feel like, just based off of what adaptation you choose to watch it in my opinion. Like, am I wrong for saying that? Just off that given, like I said, when I was listening to his voice actor here in the English, it comes off very, you know, I don't know how to describe it. I guess I've watched a little bit of Naruto in like dubbed and like the earlier ones before shit started going crazy. But it kind of gives me like early Naruto vibes of like very jokey, very kiddie, very, you know, a little bit like whiny, you know, those type of things when I see it in English or when I hear it in English. But when it's in the Japanese version, the tone of the character and the personality of the character comes off a little bit differently. And now, granted, with this, I only have 2 episodes to go off of, so maybe if I watched it one way in one and one way in the other, I'd lead to the same personality and everything for the character. But I'm very curious if you guys have ever watched an anime straight through in one adaptation meaning like which voice, if you went sub or dub, and then did that change for you if you rewatched it in the different way? Because I'd be curious of, like, if you watched 1,000 episodes of One Piece dubbed and 1,000 episodes subbed, would Luffy's personality come off different to you a little bit? Would Zoro's, or if you watch Naruto, like, would Naruto's personality come off different, or Goku's and stuff like that? I know, like I said, it seemed more like whiny, teenagey here, and in the dub, it was just more kind of like. I mean, in the sub, it was more just like annoying, too cool for school kid. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll just leave it there and see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,